Now people are saying that Latinos didn't know that Black Americans are not immigrants. Child, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. It makes sense though, because the narrative that I've always heard about why don't Black Americans have the same drive or take initiative or, the narrative that we're lazy, even though we worked here for free. Like, didn't you know that? Didn't you know that our ancestors worked for free for hundreds of years? Like, I thought that that was common knowledge, but I guess it's not. Like, this is really bad. If this is the case, why do you even need to take away critical race theory? People don't know it now. Might as well leave it in place. They don't know it right now. They don't even know the history of Black people in America. I just don't even know what to say at this point. It's way worse than I thought it was. But I do feel like Paul Mooney, that people are getting their Negro wake up call, but in Spanish, they Latin wake up call, they Hispanic wake up call, because they learn it now.
Latinos of all backgrounds. Do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' locker are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well, that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sir, bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
Latinos have to be more delusional than J-Lo thinking she's really Selena to believe that black people can be deported in their own country and that black people are immigrants.
Are you people insane? What are you talking about?
Through my short tenure on this app, having conversations with people throughout the diaspora and people from around the world, it has come to my attention that many do believe that black people are actually immigrants in the country that we hail from. This is why we get hit with, "Where are you from?" And when somebody says Georgia or New York or Detroit, they're like, "No, where are your parents from?" And I'm like, "New York." They don't get it. And it's like, you arrived here as an immigrant and you think America is a white country. America has never been a white country. America has always been a multi-ethnic country in which white people have been the majority of. Never been a white country. So you don't look at a black person or a native person and be like, "Oh, you're really American." That's just the reality of this country. We'll always say the only real Americans in this current iteration of America we have are white people, black people, and Native Americans, because those three people have been here since before the inception of America and during the creation of America. Everyone else came after. All the other European immigrants came through Ellis Island. The Italians, the Polish, the Jewish people, the Greeks, all of those people are later additions. We've been here since before all of them. So how can a black person be deported? I would implore you to actually know the history of the country you're living in or trying to occupy. And before you speak to someone who is actually a descendant of the people who have been here since the 1700s, do better. Do better. This is a sad attempt at you trying to force my hand to support Latinos because what's happening right now. I do support everyone, but to say a comment like this is dumb because black people cannot be deported because we're from here. Now, can other black immigrants be deported? 1,000%. I have family that can be deported because I have family from all around the world. but I'm American. But that's a different conversation in terms of identity politics and how Afro-Latinos or Caribbean or Africans identify in this current phase of America. Latinos are the ones that are being targeted right now. Asians are the ones being targeted right now. And Latino people have a history of anti-blackness and a history of colorism within their community. You guys are racist towards your own dark-skinned people, your own black people. So you have to stop looking to black people for like unwavering support, and then in the same sentence be like, well, you're next, or you're ghetto, or you're this. And it's like the underlying tones of racism and threats that you guys put in your messaging aren't helping your cause. They aren't helping your cause.
I made a video on TikTok that was a reaction to black people saying this is not our fight when this whole ICE thing came around. And it wasn't all of them, it was just like a small portion. And so I made this video saying this is a reaction to what they're talking about, and then I gave my little spiel, and a lot of people got really angry at me. They were telling me that I was racist. They were saying that I needed to apologize to the black community. They were saying that what I was saying wasn't true, that they weren't deporting black people, but they were. I never said black Americans. People got that confused. Anyways, I never cleared it up because I'm like, are you guys not reading what I'm reading? And now, this week, it's been announced that now black Americans are being taken by ICE. And it's like, this is what I was saying all along. I was saying, like, they're going to start with the Latino community. They're eventually going to move to the other minorities. They were already taking Asian people. They were already taking other black people. Like, it was only a matter of time until they started taking black Americans. Like I told you guys.
So this is for the Latino community that cannot understand why black people are not coming out to help for protest marches or anything else under the sun. I'm going to give you a scenario, because maybe talking about politics gets your emotions too riled up for you to think straight. Maybe just coming from the black perspective, you're not seeing that quite clearly. So I got this scenario for you to kind of just simply mow over a little bit. Now, of course, if you were Latino and you did not vote for any of this, what's going on, and you're on the right side, this is not for you. White people, if you voted and you're on the right side, this is not for you. Just enjoy the show. Now, imagine you got a white guy, a black guy, and a Hispanic guy that are going to go to a trip to Las Vegas. Yeah. And they want to rent an Airbnb. Now, they got two options. There's two different neighborhoods with two different houses. Both houses have their own set of rules. Now, in one neighborhood, you see a diverse array of people. Homeowners, everybody's equal, everybody's happy, everybody's neighborly. And the house that we're going to rent from is a black woman. And that woman just says, be respectful, be kind, don't mess up anything, and we cool. Help yourself to anything that's in the refrigerator. The gourmet stuff is for all of you, share it. The rooms, everybody gets an equal room. You can have a nice time over the weekend. And then there's another neighborhood where that neighborhood is full of wealthy white people. And you might see like that black rickety house on the end that the black people stay in, and that other rickety house on the end that Latino people stay in. And the house in that neighborhood is owned by a white dude. And his rules are, Latinos are not allowed in my house. Black people have to sleep on the floor and eat the scraps. And the white people get to stay in the master suite with the jacuzzi and eat all the gourmet food. Now, for common sense, people with common sense, you would think that was a no-brainer. But let's just say that the white guy sees the opportunity to have better than the rest, right? And so he goes, oh, I like the house in the white neighborhood. Us, We're going, hell no, we ain't trying to sleep on the floor. We want to be equal too. And we don't want to eat scraps. That's not cool and that's not fair. And on top of that, they can't even come in the house. The Latino guy is going, yeah, I can't come in the house. But the white guy goes, hey, no, he doesn't mean all Latinos. He just means those certain Latinos that are, not that cool. But you're cool. If you vote with me to get this, I'll make sure you'll get in the house. And I'll make sure you get a master suite. And then we're going, he's lying to you, don't do it. And you fold and you go, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Right? And we're just, oh, shit. So we go to the white neighborhood with the White House, and now we come up with our bags. The white guy opens the door. He's a let in. We're coming to the door. We're let in, but they tell us go to the basement. They stop the Latino man at the door and say, do you see the rules up there? No Latinos allowed. You look up to the white guy. Hey, what about us? I don't know what to tell you. As he proceeds up to the master bedroom, eating caviar. Now, your ass is sitting outside for an Airbnb you paid for or helped pay for. We're in the basement, cold as a motherfucker, with barely any food, and he up there living like a fucking king. And now you're looking in the window of the basement. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you're not going to come out here and help me. We tried to tell you not to vote for the Airbnb that was going to screw us over. And now you want me to come up out of the small fraction of shit that I got when we all could have been living right. We all could have been having a fantastic vacation because you thought that white guy was going to take you up to the master with him while we slept in the fucking basement. Well, guess what? We ain't outside. And that's reflective of what's going on now because we ain't outside. Just thought that would help.
Am I the only one that didn't know that apparently Latinos were like begging black people for support and help now that Donald Trump is trying to deport? I did not know this. I just learned in the comment section, man, in one of my videos, man. They said, they was just asking us for help. Now they're blaming us for having young men in their community. Like, what's going on over here? I was asking for help, man. So y'all know how to go down that rabbit hole. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Latinos, man, talking about black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. Trump is trying to get us out of here. It's us. Who the fuck is us? We legal. We ain't going nowhere. The worst thing we're gonna hear is somebody say go back to Africa, and we haven't heard that since the 90s. Listen, I can make fun of the situation, right? Because I don't got papers, right? The broski's an undocumented immigrant, but I've been dodging ICE since 1998 when we used to call it La Migra. And I'm out here in New York City, so I'm protected. Like the other day, they were closing in on me, right? They was about to arrest me, man. And 5 batshit crazy liberals, man, stopped walking their dogs and drinking their Starbucks, man. And they jumped at the ICE agents and said, "The broski, run!" And man, I took off running, bro. I've been running ever since, bro. They did not catch me, man. So I could talk confidently out here in New York City because I know these liberals ain't gonna allow these ICE agents to arrest me. They're like, that's our fucking immigrant. He ain't going nowhere. But he shot 2 cops. We don't give a fuck, man. Those were his cops to shoot.
Just give us immigration reform and don't treat us like dirt. It's not that hard. We're not asking for much. If anything, this is going to help the economy. And we're not asking for you to kiss the ground that we walk on. Just treat us with a little bit of decency. Just a little bit. It's not that hard. I promise you.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. They might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing. Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad. And they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old. He was a hard-working boy. He was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. You lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
Latinos of all backgrounds. Do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well, that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning? Like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sir, bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
Okay, this question is for anybody who is Mexican American, Chicano, Hispanic, Latino, whatever, however you identify, it's all the same to me. Doesn't matter. So if you're within that community or if you're just watching, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, I'm about to ask you a question. You let me know your honest, truthful opinion. Okay, my question is very straightforward. Don't make it complicated. Don't go over the top. Answer is yes or no. If you want to explain after yes or no, that's fine. But first answer with yes or no. And my question is this. If all of the migrant workers are deported, would you, your family, or any of your friends sign up to take their jobs? For example, such jobs as becoming farm workers, day laborers.
I'm afraid of ICE too. I'm not even Latino. I'm half black and white. And it's really because I've been told I look Latina for my whole life. I've been told I look anything but black and white. My white privilege isn't gonna save me. They're going to try and deport me somewhere. It's fucked up. I get scared. I avoid ICE checkpoints. I listen to that news and I apply that shit to myself. That shit is crazy. America is state right now. Anybody that is not white is scared for their fucking life. Anybody that's not white. How is that literally not racism? How do we not live in a racist country? If you're white, you can walk around and feel safe. Nobody that is a non-white in America can do that shit. Not even if you're mixed with white. The only way you can get by in America is to be white passing. But racism doesn't exist.
Why are we still arguing about something that we all know the answer to? Listen, to my Hispanic brothers and sisters, we do know that all of y'all did not vote for Donald Trump. But we do know that more than half of y'all did. Your argument is not with us. We have shown you what can happen. We have shown you what white people will do to you. We've shown you. But you do not want to be anywhere associated to black folks. I mean, they're literally doing what they did in history. If you think about it, they said those who don't understand in history will be doomed to repeat it. Today, history is being repeated in a modern way. So they say that the Hispanics, which I'm not quite sure about that, but they said the Hispanic back in the day ruled the southern part of the U.S., right? Before it was the U.S. And they was ran out by the settlers slash colonizers slash Europeans down into Mexico, right? Ain't that what they doing to you today? They'll literally snatch you off the street. See, you actually getting an idea what slavery was kind of about. Not that extreme though. See, they're snatching y'all off the streets. They snatch you as you go to court. They running into your house, taking your wives, snatching your husband away from the family, leaving the kids to defend themselves. You know. See, when slavery was kind of it was a little bit more extreme than that. They was raping the wife, they was lynching the husband, and they was raping the kids and separating the families. So you just get a little taste of what, just a little bit, not even enough to not even a mustard seed of what black folks been through here in America. But you want us to stand with you. Okay. But how come you ain't been standing with us before then? See, we told you not to vote for this man. But you did it anyway. You know why you did it? Because you see yourself more aligned with white America than you do black America. Right? So you put yourself in a category because you wanted to look down on us, and based on things in America, black folks is the bottom, right? But let me help you out with one thing. Every house has a foundation. Every building stands on something. I don't give a damn what they tell you. Black folk has always been the foundation to this country. Always. We don't get credit for anything. The majority of the things that you love, that helps you, that you use, was either created or somehow enhanced by black people. But now you want our help. Listen, all I can say is, first and foremost, get your house in order. Talk to your people, right? Talk to your people. Then, go talk to the white people. Get them on board. Because the majority of them voted for him too. And then once you get them all on board, then y'all come over here and help the black folks out with what we got going on. Because remember, all the things that you get usually come off the blood, sweat, and tears of black folks anyway. So get your people together. Go get you to the white America. And y'all come over here to where the black folks are, and y'all help black folks get the things that they need. Because once we get it, everybody gets it. You understand? That's how it always works. But until then, you're on your own, dog.
So now people are trying to say that Black Americans are immigrants. Black Americans are the only people in the U.S. besides Native Americans that are not considered immigrants. Europeans, Asians, Latinos all came here to the United States voluntarily. whereas Black Americans came here by force. In order to be considered an immigrant, you have to take action and moving to another country. Black Americans did not take action, we were forced. That's why we call ourselves foundational Black Americans, right next to Native Americans. Black Americans have been here in this country since the 1600s, a lot longer than a lot of white American families that you see today.
Trying to scare tactic black people that if they don't stand in unison with Mexicans and immigrants in this deportation, that we're next. Next how? That's not, y'all be talking about, well, we don't know the history about. Y'all don't know the history. We are citizens of this country that were brought over here forcibly by our ancestors, brought over here forcibly centuries ago. Our blood is in this soil. There is no next. There's no deporting us. There's no rounding us up. Like, what are you talking about? We not in the same boat. This ain't the same thing. ICE ain't looking for us. You hear me? Thank you.
For Juneteenth, I need y'all to learn that Black Americans are not immigrants. You're not an immigrant when you are dragged across the globe against your will to be worked and bred and tortured by the very people who stole the land upon which you were dragged to. Okay? We didn't choose to vacation here. We didn't choose to flee here. We didn't choose any of this. That's the difference. A lot of y'all are immigrants, and God bless you for it, but that will never be Black Americans. We were forced to build up the places that a lot of your ancestors immigrated to, and to this day didn't get a stake in any of that. So before y'all run your mouths about Black Americans and our history in this country, make sure you're not spewing out garbage first. Because immigrants made this country what it is, but we are the building blocks, the very foundation. So unless you're Native American, you can't say nothing to me about that.
We didn't come here for a better life. We came here against our will to give a better life to other people. Our history is different from yours. We are not here for the same reasons. Oh, these facts, man, these facts, boy, they just be, they are unrelenting facts. All right, I'm out.
What do you mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Y'all thought Black people, Black Americans, African Americans, Blacks, us, were immigrants. The hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. The we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the Crispus Attucks. Did everybody not, at my little church, every Black History Month, there was this huge thing. I'll never forget when I came to my grandma's house. It was a huge package, and it was all of these cards. They were ABC cards, but on every card's letter of the alphabet and an important person from Black history. And that was what we did all February at Sunday school. Like, we learned those cards. We would have to, and then we'd line up at like the Black History program, and we'd have to read them out loud. So I guess I just assumed, oh my God.
I posted about something I had seen, not just once, because I wouldn't have posted it if I had only seen it once. I saw multiple times. So I thought I'd join the conversation about how some people from other countries, immigrants, did not know that Black Americans are not immigrants. You got some Latinos in the comments saying that that's a lie, that yes, they do know that. If you do know that, which I always thought you did, but if you do, I have to wonder, why would someone ask Black Americans where they're from? Why would that even be a question? Like, I can understand assuming that I'm not Black American, that I am from Africa. But after I tell you, like, let's say you ask me, where are you from? And I tell you, I'm from America. Why would you follow it up with, no, where are you really from? Why would there be more? If you know about the history of slavery, once I tell you that I'm from America, why wouldn't you just assume that I'm a descendant of chattel slavery? That's my question. Because to continue to ask someone, either you don't know or you know and you're trying to put me down. Which one is it?
Let's get this straight. Irrespective of the profound and pervasive evidence that proves Black people were in the Americas long before Christopher Columbus, Black Americans are not immigrants. When you are enslaved and forcibly brought from another country to work for free, you are not considered an immigrant.
So, in light of recent events, I've started to see more and more comments along the lines of, oh, well, they're coming for you all next, meaning the Black Americans. Many Black Americans are not scared because we've already survived the worst that this country has had to show us, or the worst that this country can be. We are the descendants of American chattel slavery. And this is specifically going to be about Black American descendants of slavery, meaning you're Black, you identify as a Black American, born in the United States, or you have a traceable ancestor to American chattel slavery. I don't care if you are as light as Alicia Keys or as dark as Doechii. This applies to you. Black Americans have already survived enslavement, lynching, forced breeding, and the other horrors of slavery. Every Black American living today has a stronger genetic connection to their white enslaver ancestor than we do to any single one of our Black ancestors in Africa. Yeah, are we Black? Very much. Proud of it, always. But that statistically does not erase the fact that our white ancestry came from a likely non-consensual, brutal relationship on our paternal side from one or two or more, in my case, as dark as I am, male white ancestors to one of our enslaved great-grandmothers. That's only 6 to 8 generations ago. There are people living today that have a 4th great-grandparent, and that's slavery, let alone the Jim Crow South. My grandfather was born in the Jim Crow South era of Alabama, 1940s Montgomery, Alabama. He's only in his 80s. Meanwhile, our African ancestry that makes us the Black Americans we are, it gets blended from different people, from different African ancestors. So our genetic connection to any single one of them, it just gets lower the more time goes. And I'm not someone who has any identifiable white ancestor in my family tree. Now, granted, my ancestors do get lighter in the photo album the further back you go. And once you hit around the turn of the 20th century, some of them just look white. Like you can't tell that they're Black, but they're Black Americans, the African Americans. And I need to stop saying African Americans because I personally just think that African Americans should be reserved for those who have a parent or who are recently from the continent of Africa. They're born in Africa. Black Americans, I'll be honest with you, I would rather be called a Black Negro in that sense because I am of the Negroid race. Reclaiming it with the honor and the strength and the dignity that it deserves. Because I am a descendant of the Black American Negroes in this country, the enslaved, the beaten, and the brutalized. And while many Mexican Americans, for instance, or from other Hispanic countries may say, well, wait a minute now, we also are the descendants of the indigenous. Because yes, most Black Americans have, well, I wouldn't say most, but I would say a substantial amount of Black Americans have a traceable Native American or indigenous ancestor as well, as do I. It's literally 2%, but it's there. Many Mexicano Americans are descendant from the Spanish colonizers and the Native Americans or the indigenous people to this land, but most of that is European ancestry. And while yes, Mexican Americans may, like the indigenous, have a stronger connection, genetic connection to this actual land because of their native ancestors, Black Americans have a stronger genetic connection to this nation. America has never not known a Black face. So when Black Americans get very offended over the whole, go back to, I literally have not heard that since 2008 when Obama was running for president. Go back to this is literally the country of my great-great-great-great-grandmother's great-great-great-grandmother. So when we joke its history and its rhetoric, its genealogy and its trauma layered in one. We are the American heirs. When you look at a Black American, you are truly looking at the face of America. If America truly, considering its entire history, were to have a physical human representation of what it would look like, someone who has a genetic connection to all of the major players to this country's origin or its story, it'd be the Black American Negro, the descendant of the white enslaver, the Black enslaved, and the native.
We're not even illegal. We're not even the immigrants. We are not the real immigrants. We're literally indigenous to the Americas. We were already here. We need to get that through people's heads because I feel like that's the only way we're going to get some movement out of this. I feel like the truth and spreading the fact that we are indigenous to this land is how we're going to get the change that we deserve, the change that we need for generations to come. So speak that truth. Remind them who you are. You are native to the Americas. You are not illegal. You're not an immigrant. So you need to act like it and you need to fight for your people's rights. Fight for your rights. Fight for your family's rights. Nobody's going to do it for you. I promise you that nobody's doing this for us. We're going to do this for us. So get out there, get active, and make your voice heard. Tell your story. Because the thing about being undocumented is that nobody's documenting our stories.
We are a nation of immigrants. This country was not built by immigrants. This country was built by settlers who came here and built this country from nothing.
The wealth of this country was built by enslaved Black people. The railroads are built by Asian immigrants. And every time the US went to war, it imported Mexican immigrants to help win the fight. So immigrants did build this country. The only people who didn't build this country are the people who stole the land and put its original inhabitants to the sword.
Why aren't Black people helping Latinos riot against ICE in LA? Let's talk about it. There are three types of Black people who are sitting these protests out. Number one, the Black Trump supporter who voted for deportations. Number two, the Kamala Harris supporter who voted overwhelmingly for Kamala and then saw that Latinos overwhelmingly voted for Trump and they're like, y'all need our help now? Oh, hell no. And number three, the older Black people who are like, what are y'all up to? Oh, and there might be one other type of Black person too. The kind of Black person that hears something like this.
I don't think Black people have a right to tell white people or Hispanics what they can and cannot say. And that means if a Black person wants to use the N-word, that means a white person also can use the N-word because all lives matter, not just Black lives matter. So with that said, we need to stop cancel culture. It is anti-American. It is anti-free speech. And if you can say the N-word, so can I, whether you like it or not. It doesn't affect your freedom, but you're sure affecting mine by telling me that I can't say it because I'm not Black. So make the N-word great again.
Okay, well, how about we make ICE great again too, bitch? It's a little weird that not only are Latinos pressed, but white folks are asking, why aren't Black people out there protesting? Y'all usually ask, why are we protesting? It's almost as weird as this roll-off full of rocks that just so happen to be right in LA, right where the riots are, all cut off evenly, no construction around, just so happen to be there so people can start throwing them. Is that why y'all want Black people out there? So y'all can get staged video footage to roll on cable news all night long showing unity and violence against Trump? Stop trying to use us. And all I keep hearing is Blacks and browns, we got to stick together. Blacks and Latinos, we're brothers, we're one. Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to have that outlook for more than just rioting and violence. I'm gonna need you to have that in the job market too, because Blacks can't get a job in LA. Latinos hire Latinos, whites hire Latinos. If you don't come to LA already in a job that moved you to LA, or you own your own business, you're not working in LA. You know who's working in LA? All the people that they want us to protest to come here. So Black people, the next time you're asked why aren't you out there protesting with the Palestinians or with illegal immigrants, just let them know you put in the same amount of effort that they put in to get Black reparations.